Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to today's video. Now, today I'm going to be discussing what is going to happen in the upcoming special for Doctor Who 2020's festive special. We don't know when it'll air. Revenge, no, I've already got the title wrong. Revolution of the Daleks. So, what do we know so far? And the more theory aspects will be all explored in this video. Now, number one, the return of fan favourite character Captain Jack Harkness. Now, this is almost confirmed. There's so much evidence for it's happening that, yeah, you can't overlook it. One, in the series itself, Torchwood was name-dropped in Spyfall.
Other organisations that deal with all that, UNIT, even Torchwood,
they're all gone.
Two, Episode 5, Fugitive of the Judoon, we actually see Captain Jack Harkness, played by the wonderful John Barrowman.
You missed me, right?
He's back, he delivers this whole speech, beware the lone Cyberman, etc., and then leaves us on the cliffhanger of,
just tell her this. I'm gonna see her again. Maybe not soon, but she needs me, I'll be there.
So, he's coming back at some point in the future, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the festive special. Here's why. John Barrowman himself seems extremely excited for the return of Captain Jack. He seems almost too excited for that to have been just one scene. John Barrowman has stated and talked about stories in many interviews where he's met Jodie Whittaker and talked to Jodie Whittaker and their chemistry together, yet Fugitive of the Judoon, we don't see that. He's then contradicted himself in further interviews and said, oh yeah, I'd love to meet Jodie one day. So yeah, it's very, very likely Captain Jack is coming back. Also, we saw a video from his Instagram only yesterday where he was in Cardiff, overlooking Cardiff Bay with Yanto Shrine and whatever behind him, like that Torchwood hub basically. And he was talking about the fact that he was getting his costume fitted by Doctor Who's art person, Ray Holman. Now, yes, this could just be for Fugitive of the Judoon, but he seems so excited, and to get a whole proper costume fitting, etc., especially in Cardiff, could this mean he's in the festive special as well? Now, it is significant that he's in Cardiff. One, he claimed, he spent a 7-month period or something major there. He said he was renovating his flat. Yes, he said this is an excuse, but the filming for episode 5 only took 1 day. So would he really create this whole elaborate excuse for 1 day of filming?
Barrowman.
I think not. Alternatively, this renovation could mean he's in Doctor Who Series 13 frequently, and he's getting it ready to go back and live there. Is it too coincidental that John Barrowman is in Cardiff for that filming? He's literally at the Torchwood hub. Yes, this can be explained away by the fact that he was doing a concert singing thingy in Cardiff.
It's awesome!
But could we potentially, even if it's just a cameo, I really hope we do see some form of actual Torchwood in the thing. It's because of the mention and literal name drop in Spyfall, it is kind of likely. I mean, we have got Gwen and Rex from Miracle Day. Could they make a cameo, or am I just hoping too much? Because Chibnall does like a massive ensemble piece for his Doctor Who, so maybe? So yeah, Captain Jack is probably back. Now, what role will he play? Well, the Doctor is in the Judoon prison, so we can also assume that we're going to see some more Judoon antics and possibly Shada, or whatever the prison place the Doctor is captured in. We're going to see something happen. How does the Doctor break out of there? Does she need her friends to break her out? Does Captain Jack break her out and then bring her to Earth? Does he take the companions and break her out and then bring her back to Earth? Does a future Doctor save her? I don't know, there's so many possibilities, but I don't think we're actually going to get the answers as to why the Doctor's in prison until Series 13. I think this is going to be another continuous thing that links to what Chibnall called his 5-year plan. So yeah, all of this timeless children stuff, etc. with the Master, it's all leading up to a final conclusion point, and I personally can't wait for that. So, talking companions now. Ryan and Graham, Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole are almost confirmed to be leaving. Tosin Cole has started work on another American show, which might overlap with filming for Series 13. Bradley Walsh, he's a very busy and public eye person, so yeah, it just makes sense for him to leave after 2 series. Also, for this full set of companions to say stay on for 3 whole series would be excessive, to say the least. Like, they'd have stayed on for 3 full series, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think is longer than any of the other companions. Amy and Rory had 2.5, Clara had 2.5, so yeah, they'd take the crowning title. But I think Yasmin Khan is staying on and her character's going to get further developed, while Ryan and Graham will somehow leave. Now, how and why will they leave? I think it's quite possible, and the seeds have been planted for Ryan to just get fed up of travelling, get angry with the Doctor and just go, you know what, goodbye.
How long is this going to last, Jazz? Hanging out with the Doctor?
And Graham will probably go with him because he's his granddad, and yeah, I think the two are almost certainly, sadly, leaving at Christmas. Now, this does open up the possibility, will we be introduced to a new companion? Hopefully, if I was running the show, what I'd do, while the Doctor's in prison, she meets a new friend, and the friend and her help them break out, etc. They go back to Earth to meet Captain Jack and the Team Gang fam and say their final goodbyes. But the Doctor and this prisoner from the thing, yeah, he or she becomes the new companion. And then that would also open up a brilliant little redemption arc for this prisoner that the Doctor helped break out of prison, similar to Missy in Series 10. And yeah, we could have a companion who's a bit of a thug, a bit evil, and becomes nicer as time goes on. That's what I'd like to see happen anyway. Now, Daleks, Daleks, Daleks. We know there are Daleks because, yeah, Revolution of the Daleks. It's not going to be called that if there aren't Daleks. Also, we have concrete evidence, seeing as we have seen filming pictures of a new Dalek and a whole army of classic bronze Daleks. Now, this new Dalek design, which you can see on screen now, a black, similar to the Recon Scout Dalek. Hang on. You can say their designs look quite similar. They have this weird 3-set structure. Now, obviously, every Dalek follows the same sort of thing, but the head is very much separated by that little gap there, and the midsection is separated by that little gap there. So yeah, I think that could be an upgraded Recon Scout Dalek, or the same Recon Scout Dalek from Resolution come back for revenge in new casing. I don't know, or maybe it is just a completely new style of Dalek. Also, bringing into question the fact that when we saw this filming, the black new design of Dalek was blown up, smashed all over the floor. We don't actually know what did this, but I think it's incredibly likely we could be in for another Dalek Civil War. Similar to 1978, I could guess 87? Something like that. Sylvester McCoy's Remembrance of the Daleks, the Dalek Civil War. I think we could be in for another adventure like that, and I personally would be well up for that. Pure racial hatred Daleks fighting, you know, the Nazi idea, which Doctor Who plays off so often when talking about the Daleks. I think that's going to happen in the Christmas special. Now, this also makes us ask, is Davros going to be back? Now, I think, yeah, he is, because if you look at Series 12, there's a specific line which hasn't left my mind since Fugitive of the Judoon, where the Doctor said the Doctor said something about, my past is swirling around me, Captain Jack Harkness, the Master, the Judoon, etc, etc, etc. She's seeing Cybermen, all these villains, and once again, I think this will tie into Chibnall's 5-year plan. So I think it's about time that Davros does come back. Alternatively, because Chibnall does like to tease and leave clues, we could have the lead up to Davros eventually coming back and having some maniacal plan to take over the world or whatever. So yeah, I also alternatively think that Davros could be a reason that the Daleks are fighting in their little civil war thing. If these new black Daleks are like Davros's new creation, made to improve the Dalek race and take out the old ones, yeah, there could be a fight. I don't know how they end up on Bristol Suspension Bridge, but they do. There's also the question of, when is this set? How long have these three companions waited? Do they think the Doctor's dead? Will we see, what are their names? Graham's love interest, and you know who I'm talking about, they're on screen now. These lot from the Timeless Children, will they crop up again? Because they did go home in the house TARDIS. Maybe? Does Captain Jack know how to pilot a TARDIS? Because if so, he could take that TARDIS and save the Doctor. But then, why would they instantly go out saving the Doctor? Because they wouldn't know that the Doctor's in prison. It's all wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey, and I'm sure we'll find out on Christmas Day. Also, that's another question. When will it air? Christmas Day, New Year's Day? I'm almost certain. Also, to address, I don't think coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, is going to have any effect on the special itself, because we know it's already filmed. It wrapped filming on the 30th of October, I believe, and Series 13 might be delayed, but they weren't aiming to start filming until September anyway, so yeah, September is quite a while off, and the virus will be gone by then, so yeah, Doctor Who is safe, COVID-19 won't affect it. Like, sadly, it did affect things like Stranger Things, but you know, time moves on. I, for one, really hope that Revolution of the Daleks is a success, because I want the Chibnall era to sort of get more credit than it actually gets. I think it deserves a lot more than people are giving it, and I'd like the audience to come back. Sure, the writing can improve, and yeah, hopefully this is a return to form. I mean, Daleks, you can't really go wrong with Daleks unless you completely miss the plot, like some of Moffat's stories.
Would you care for some tea? Would you care for some tea?
End of the video and end of the episode itself. We are probably going to be left on some form of cliffhanger, bringing us into Series 13, or the introduction of a new character. So, yeah, that's Chibnall's sort of way of writing. I also think there is the minor possibility, maybe, I'm not sure on this one, maybe we will see a trailer for Series 13 if they do start filming in September, because, I mean, they will have had 3 or 4 months of shooting, like midway through filming Series 13. I don't know. Yeah. That does bring us to the end of today's video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Drop down in the comments what you think's going to happen. Did I miss anything? Should I make a follow-up video to this in a few months' time when we know more? Whew, take a breather. And goodbye.
Don't forget to click below.
Subscribe to the Confused Adipose.